Hi YouTube, it's Courtney, or VSG Redesign Me. I'm coming at you with my week 18 update. I apologize, I haven't been around. Things have been really crazy with work and life, and I just haven't had time. So let's go with the stats as per usual. I had surgery on January 7th, 2015 at Hudson Valley Hospital Center in Cortland Manor, New York with Dr. Eric Sommer. My highest weight was 345. I didn't lose much in between surgery and my pre-op diet. I count my pre-op diet as my total weight loss. So my current weight is 267.2, which is a total loss of 77.8 pounds. And since the day of surgery, that's an average loss of 3.3 pounds per week. Not quite accurate, although I do lose around 3 pounds a week. Sometimes it's 5 pounds, like this week. Let me explain. So 2 weeks ago, I had a gain of 2 pounds, but I started a whole new fitness regimen. I bought a bike, so I was starting training for long distance biking. I went on the elliptical, I did strength training. Um, and sorry. And I think that my body was just freaking out and retaining water, so I'm not really counting that. And plus, then I lost it all the next week, and then I had another big drop. So in the last week, I lost like 5 pounds or something ridiculous. So I think my body just evened out and figured out what it needed to do. So again, my current weight is 267.2. Um, it doesn't bother me. I'm a frequent weigher. I don't weigh myself every day, although chances are I will. I just get up in the morning, I take my shower, do what I'm gonna do, and then I get on the scale before I get dressed. I only count my Wednesday weigh-in, so even if I have a jump, it's not like it psychologically messes with my head. I'm just not one of those people. Um, so what I'll do is every day I'll delete the weight like that from the day before, and that way I'm not focusing on the crazy jumping. I just focus on weekly weigh-ins. So I'd say I'm doing pretty good. The gain didn't really mess with me. I knew what it was about. I'm staying on point with my calories. It's it's interesting because I'm opening myself up to different foods and just proteins and things of that nature, eating more steak and denser proteins, but also integrating more nuts into my diet and a little bit more vegetables. And I seem to be hitting around 80 grams of protein a day. Sometimes I even get to 90. And my calorie range is between 900 on a slow day to 1100 on a good day. If it's 1100 calories or so, I probably had a dense or rich protein bar. Um, it's just what I have to do now. Uh, I'm happy with that. I've never had heavy restriction in my sleeve. I tend to be able to eat pretty much whatever I want. Um, it's not that I can get about 3 or 4 ounces of food, and I can get like 3 ounces of steak in. I have not a lot of restriction. But as we all know, it's not about restriction, it's about the metabolic changes. So that brings me to my next point. I was always vitamin deficient in D, and I take calcium supplements with vitamin D in it, but I've noticed in the past few weeks that I have bruises everywhere. Like I had like 21 bruises on my legs, and I'm not like kickboxing or doing anything crazy, but I looked like I had the shit kicked out of me. Um, I think it's just from random, like normal daily bumping into things. Even like I had a bruise on where my knee like collided with somebody else's, but not hard, just accidentally collided. And I had a bruise from where the pedal on my bike hit me on my ankle, and it wasn't hard enough for it. It didn't hurt. So I think that I'm having heavy bruising because I'm deficient in some area. So I have an appointment with my surgeon on Tuesday afternoon, and I'm going to have him run my blood work and my vitamin levels to see what's going on with that, because there's clearly something going on with my vitamins. I don't know. I'm pretty on point with my vitamins. I may need to change the type of vitamins. I know Finding Elizabeth yelled at me for the ones that I'm using, but it is what it is. So my guess is my vitamin D or my iron's low, although I read that B12 can also cause the issue, and Tara is low on B12, so if she's not getting her B12, then chances are that I'm not, because we eat a lot of the same stuff. So, and she even supplements with like protein shakes and vitamin rich stuff like that, so who knows. And because of that, I've also started with the hair loss. Now, I have super thick hair. I always have. It's like my ponytail would be like that thick when I was a kid. Like I needed like 2 bands to keep my hair up when it was long. So it's not that bad. It's definitely when I wash it in the morning. I haven't been finding a lot of hair coming off of me. I think it's because I keep it fairly short. I am growing it out a bit because when I cut it short, you can really tell in the sides here. I don't know if you can see, but it's all baby fine right here. It's not, this isn't my normal hair. I'm usually pretty thick in here. So I don't know. It is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it. I did actually change shampoos from the biotin and keratin shampoo that Tara and I were using to Nexus Therapy and Humectress, and I noticed a large increase in hair loss during that time. And then we switched back to we couldn't find the biotin shampoo at that time when we were at Target, so I just bought Nexus because I like it. And I noticed a huge switch, and so I made a point and we went and got the biotin, and I've noticed that it's slowed down again from that. So I don't know if just the formula is better for the hair, but I highly recommend Organics, biotin, and collagen or keratin. I can't remember. It's in the purple bottle, and you can get it at Target. It seems to be helping with the hair loss, and it's been helping Tara. I know Tara's having a really hard time with her hair, so I know because I take it out of the, yeah, it's like everywhere all the time. So, yeah, so hair loss, it is what it is. I don't think I'll have massive hair loss. I think it's just what it is. So I'm letting my hair kind of grow out a bit for right now just to cover it up, which annoys me because I like my hair shorter, but you know, you can't really, we all knew this was coming. So the hair loss started, I've been meaning to talk about it in all my other videos, but other things have been going on. But it started probably, I want to say about month 3, and it's just gotten progressively more obvious. Only when I'm washing and like I'm shampooing and I go into like pull out, like to rinse my hair out, because I go like this, and when I do that, my hair, it comes out in strands. So it's not like lobs of hair, but it is a notable hair loss. What am I doing for fitness? Well, it's getting warmer, and I'm sure if you're friends with me on Facebook, you saw that I bought a bike and Tara bought a bike. And I have a goal. I hate the gym. I go because I have to, and I really like my gym, and I like taking my water aerobics class, and I'll go lift weights and whatever, but I hate it. So I have a goal of starting with a personal trainer in a few months. I said when I hit 240 that I'd consider being abused by him. It's the same trainer that Tara and Josh use, and he's the guy that actually teaches the water aerobics class, so I really like him. But now that it's getting warmer and we can get outside, I've been really interested in biking. So our goal, Tara and I go on vacation in August every year to North Carolina, to the Outer Banks, and we stay on Topsail Island near Surf City, if you know the place. And the island itself, North Topsail and Surf City, is around 15 miles one way from point to point. So our goal by vacation, which is in 3 months, as of I think yesterday or the day before, will be to bike 30 miles. Yeah, that's gonna happen. So I went biking with Josh this weekend. We went and we did the Hudson Valley Rail Trail, which is really beautiful. There's a walkway over the Hudson River, and the entire thing one way spans around 4.8 miles or so. And I actually managed, it ended up being around 9 miles total, I think, with the bike ride. So I was fine. I felt good. I didn't feel uncomfortable. My butt hurt a little bit, but that's normal. And I really do think that 30 miles is an achievable goal by August, mid-August. So as I get later, it gets easier, and I really love it. I have found something that I truly enjoy doing, and that's amazing to me because when I was a kid, I used to bike a lot, and I mean, most kids did because it's the only way you could get around, but I really enjoyed being on a bike. That was something that I really spent a lot of time doing. Either when I was a kid, I was either in the bike or in the pool. And when I stopped biking, that's when my weight started coming on. So I've been hesitant to get on a bike. Probably, I tried getting on a bike. I was around 280, and it was after my second knee surgery. I felt like I could maybe get on a bike and start biking. No, I couldn't even stabilize the bike. But I don't know how much of that was fear. Um, I think it was a lot of fear. I was in fear of injuring myself or whatever. So now I don't have that fear as much. And I went to a bike shop and I got fitted for the bike. Now, here's the thing, I'm still 260 something, so I needed a bike that I knew could handle me now and handle me later. So I didn't want anything too heavy or cumbersome because I wasn't sure how I wanted to use the bike, but I knew that it was probably going to be more road conditions than mountain conditions. So I hemmed and hawed, and I even bought a bike from Dick's Sporting Goods that ended up getting lost in transit, so I never actually got the bike and they refunded me. But I highly recommend that if you decide that you want to take up biking, that you go to your local bike shop. They're extremely friendly. They understand the bikes and they understand body composition, and they'll actually get you on the bike in the shop so you can feel it, and they'll size it for you, and they'll give you new seats, and they'll make sure that the bike is actually comfortable for you. And it's about as affordable as going to like Dick's or another department store and getting a lower end bike. I mean, they have like $3,000 bikes there, but they also had bikes there at the shop I went to and a few others that I looked at that were around the $400, $500 range. But they were better bikes, and my bike shop will service my bike now, and they do all the maintenance on it, and you just pay for parts. So there's a lot more security in buying a bike from a bike shop because you can go there and ask questions, and if there's something going wrong with the bike, you can have it fixed. And then as somebody who's morbidly obese or in transition from being a weight loss surgery to in transition from not being weight loss surgery to being a weight loss surgery patient, and that weight loss that happens, what's really nice is you can go back in and get refitted on your bike, and they can change the seats and they can change the way everything is feeling. And I actually have a comfort guarantee on my seat, so I bought a padded, like a nicer seat for now, but they have a 90-day return policy. So if you're not comfortable with the 90 days, you have the chance to bring the seat back and exchange it for a different one. And you can continue to do that. Every single seat renews that 90 days. So she said that that would be really great for me because if it's uncomfortable for me and I find that I need something less as I get smaller, I can actually go and change it. And with the rapid weight loss, this summer I can go in and towards the end of the summer, if I feel like I can get a better, like a different seat, I can. So I definitely recommend it if you happen to be in the Hudson Valley, which I know not many of, other than Tara, I don't know anybody that watches me that's in the area, but we did go to the Wappingers Falls Wheel and Heel, sorry. And they were extremely helpful, and I highly recommend them if you're in the area looking for a bike, which I doubt, but hey, you never know. So biking is an interesting thing, and the fear of being morbidly obese and getting on a bike, because I was like, oh god, you don't see people my size riding around on a bike, like that's fucking crazy. Like, who do I think I am that I can get on a bike and do long distance biking at this weight? And then I was like, fuck it, if I can get on it and it's comfortable and it doesn't hurt me or my knee, then who cares what other people think. But it hasn't been embarrassing at all. Once I'm on the bike, I feel very free, and I feel really good, like I can go really long distances. Now, here's the problem. Hills are hard. you're pushing 250, 260, whatever up, plus the weight of the bike up a hill, and you're using your legs to do it. And it's difficult. So I have been having some problems with heavier hills. I can get up some hills, some other hills I have to walk up, but it's like really steep grade hills, it's a heavy gain. So I'll get better, and as I get lighter, it'll get easier, and eventually it'll be like, wow, this is really easy. Right now it's slightly difficult, but I get a really good workout every time I get on it. The longest I've been on a bike so far is an hour, and once you get past the initial fear, and like the first time I got on the bike, it was at the bike shop and they let me go out and test it, which was another thing that I liked about the shop. But when I went out and I was testing it, like I was shaking, like I'm like on the bike, like shaking like this. Because I was terrified that I was going to fall over or break the bike or whatever. But I didn't. It was literally, and this is so cliche, but it was like riding a bike. I got on it and I knew instantly, my body just knew what I was supposed to do. So if you rode a bike frequently as a kid, you shouldn't have any issues. Tara was on it and she zipped off, and that was it. Josh had some issues with it because he said he wasn't a very strong bike rider when he was a kid, so he had some issues acclimating, and he's still wary of long distance riding, but Tara and I are like ready to go. So this weekend, her and I are going to go for that 9-mile ride, and I might try to increase it and do another mile back, and then back, and try to get it up to 10 miles. Maybe 11 if I'm feeling adventurous. It's supposed to be nice tomorrow, so we'll see. The other thing that I want to take up is I love being on the water, so I'm going to try my hand at kayaking again. The thing, we have the Hudson River, like, right there. Like, I live on Hudson View. Like, it's right there. So the Hudson River, if you don't know, is a huge river, and it's tidal, so there's a current, and big huge barges and ships and oil rigs and like liners, they all come up and down the river. So it's a little nerve-wracking putting your ass in a kayak and going out into the river where boats will on purpose mess with you. So I haven't done that. I've only done lake kayaking and canoeing. I've never actually been out on the Hudson, so hopefully we survive. I don't know if anybody knows this, but there was a murder for kayakers on the Hudson River, and they I don't know, they found a body the other day, but there was a body floating around the river for like 2 or 3 weeks. Actually, it was a month, and Tara and I were like, I want to go kayaking, but body. So, and it was right in our town, so it was like right outside our apartment. So we were like, no, maybe not. But they found the body, we think, so we're thinking that if we hear that it was him, we might actually go out this weekend, because we just didn't want to, like, accidentally hit a log. So, anyway, this is getting to be 18 minutes long. If anybody wants to know more about biking and how it's going, if you want me to make a separate video on being a weight loss surgery patient and biking, or if you'd like me to start talking more about that, I'll start making separate videos. So if you don't want to hear about how I'm just pedaling all over the damn place, then you don't have to watch it. And I also am on Map My Fitness, Map My Ride, and I'll put a link to my portfolio. Wow. I'm hiring interns and I'm thinking about portfolios, but if I'll put a link to my profile below, so if you are on Map My Run or Map My Fitness at all, I'd like to be friends with you and cheer you on and everything. And also, if you're friends with me on Fitbit, great. If you're not, check it out. I'm more active on Fitbit now that I have the HR Plus. So, yeah. I hope everybody's doing really well, and I'll try to keep updating more frequently, especially now that I actually have some things and goals to talk about. And, yeah, have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.